got to run myself and I gotta run down. Well, I look like something you can put in a fucking cage.
Argument number 3. If you go into prostitution because you have no other skills, then you will never get out, because they're going to keep you dumb so that they can keep you around and make more money off of you.
These girls have gone from being she has gone from being a girl with a Midwest girl with 2 degrees, working as a professional, not able to pay off her college loans, student loans, to a girl now that a lot of people in America know and like. What are you going to do? You're used to making all this money, and all of a sudden it's cut off because you're in love. And he's a guy that doesn't make a lot of money. Once you go through your savings, then you're frustrated and you're miserable. And the relationship doesn't work. So come up with your plan. Are you going to continue your education? Are you going to save money and get into a small business? Are you going to work hard for a few years and get enough to where you don't ever have to work? But do something. You got to have a plan. That's a problem. To take a girl out of here that's made all this money and to put her back into, we have one girl making $200 a week before taxes at Domino's, and came in here and made $40,000 the first month. How is she going back to Domino's? It's never going to happen.
You talk the investments.
Yes, we bring in investment people. We bring in tax attorneys. We teach these girls how to structure their lives. Probably half the girls here have corporations and financial advisors and stock portfolios. Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. That's what makes it professional business. This is the only business that I know of that a girl can not only earn equal money to a man, but a lot more. You know, it's still the reality of any job a woman has in America, a man makes 30% more. So if he's making 100, she's making 70. That's reality. And people say, oh, well, it's not like that. Bullshit. It is like that. And this is the only business that changes. We'll have a core group of people that are a permanent part of the show, and then we'll rotate other people in and out. One girl's going to be extremely successful. Goodbye, I made my money. Another girl's going to be miserable. Her boyfriend's dragging her out of there. It was his idea. Then the reality set in that she was sleeping with different men, and he couldn't deal with it. Girls get mad and leave. The same girls come back. That's what's going to make it all work, and that's been the success of it. Economy's bad. It's tough times. We don't feel that recession. There is no recession here. There's no recession. You know, our business is up 20% this year. 20%. In a time when everybody's business is down, ours is up 20%.
Good. The last 2 arguments I'm going to put together. And those are, it's morally wrong. And you're forced to do what they want you to do. Even if it's not a pimp, it's still your boss. You have to do what they want you to do.
The second thing is, as much as I've worked for 16 years and been public about this, I am the first person in this business to go public with and be able to tell you why it should be here, why we should exist, and to put the positive spin on things and deal with the negatives. There's always going to be a stigma in certain groups. Like in Nevada, you go right into a bank. Bank of America, I want to buy a house. What do you do? I work at the bank. Oh, great, you'll have the money to pay. You know, it's easy. It's acceptable. You know, in certain narrow-minded groups, moralists, religious areas, things like that, you're always going to be a slut. That's it. And they have to be able to overcome that stigma, be able to hold their head high, and say, no, I'm not. I'm a businesswoman. I don't do anything illegal. And just because your morals don't coincide with my morals, I'm sorry. But the morals of the state of Nevada allow gaming 24 hours a day, liquor 24 hours a day, and sex for sale in certain places. Maybe you should worry about your town. We got our problems here. You should worry about that. So, you got to deal with the stigma, and you got to have an exit plan.
It seemed like a couple of the women I talked to, when they had to come out to their folks to say, look what I'm working at, the TV show gave them a sense of, well, it's not that bad.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. The TV show, we've opened our doors to our house, our cat house, and we've allowed America to come in and spend a little time here. The majority of them like it. Giant ratings, people watching the show. So that's really one of the ways. And the girls will say, watch the show. And the parents are like, that doesn't seem so bad. I mean, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. No. You don't have to do anybody you don't want to. You have to do anything sexually you don't want to. No. You don't have to a party with a 7-foot, 900-pound stinking man. No. And you don't have to do it for any less money than you think it's worth. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. It's kind of like a singles bar, isn't it? Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
So, with that said, these girls just seem like they live in hell. I mean, they can leave whenever they want to. They can, just put in their 2 weeks notice and quit. They can learn how to manage their money and learn valuable business skills to where they can stop being a prostitute and create their own company and know how to run it to where they're successful. I mean, they can even become famous. Oh. And, I mean, they're perfectly taken care of. They're tested for STDs and drugs, and they're told they're not allowed to use drugs while working there. They're protected from being abused and beaten and killed. God, that sounds so much like slavery. It's so horrible, isn't it? Seriously, people. Study up on shit before you talk crap. Because that's all it amounts to. Is a big steamy pile of shit. Okay? Anyhow, choose to remain willfully ignorant and pose semi-retarded comments, and you will be I can't even say the damn word. You guys have got me so fucking retarded for the moment. Anyhow, you will be proverbially massacred. So, that's all I gotta say. Merry Park.